Welcome to Waiting to Roar TV, your go-to channel for hard-hitting political insights and stories that matter to Nigerians. Today, we're diving into a shocking revelation that could shake the foundation of democracy in Edo State. Just a day from now, on August 16, 2025, Edo State will hold its senatorial and House of Representatives by-elections. But there's a dark cloud looming over this democratic process, a plot by cultists to sabotage these elections. Reports have surfaced that underground factions are mobilizing to disrupt the electoral process. In this broadcast, we'll uncover their strategies, explore the historical roots of cultism in Edo politics, and reveal what authorities are doing to stop this threat. Stick with us for the next minutes as we break it all down. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. Before we dive in, let's set the stage. Why does this matter? Free and fair elections are the heartbeat of any democracy. When groups like cultists try to manipulate or intimidate voters, they undermine the will of the people. So let's get started with a look at the history of cultism in Edo State. Cultism in Nigeria has deep roots, particularly in Edo State, where secret societies have long influenced both campus life and politics. It all began in the 1950s with the formation of confraternities in universities, initially as social groups. But by the 1980s, these groups had morphed into violent cults, engaging in turf wars and criminal activities. In Edo, cultism took a particularly political turn. By the 1990s, cults like the Black Axe, and Vikings were no longer just campus problems. They became tools for politicians seeking to control elections through intimidation. In Edo, political godfathers reportedly recruited cult members to rig votes, disrupt rallies, and silence opponents. This dangerous alliance between politics and cultism set a precedent that still haunts the state today. This history of cultism in Edo politics isn't just a relic of the past. It's a playbook that's still in use. And now, as the August 16 by-elections approach, credible intelligence suggests cultists are gearing up to disrupt the process once again. So, who's behind this plot, and what are their strategies? Let's find out. On August 10, 2025, the Edo State Special Security Squad, led by Coordinator Amaloman Noah, dropped a bombshell. They revealed credible intelligence that cult groups are planning to instigate violence before, during, and after the August 16 by-elections. These aren't just rumors. Multiple reports confirm that cultists are mobilizing in Edo Central and Edo North to cause chaos. The plan, according to security officials, is to intimidate voters, disrupt polling stations, and create an atmosphere of fear. Specific locations like Ojiromi Modern Market in Uromi, Waraki, and even Auchi Polytechnic have been flagged as potential hotspots. The goal? To suppress voter turnout and manipulate election outcomes. These cult boys don't just act on their own. Someone is funding them, giving them weapons, telling them where to strike. It's organized, and it's meant to make people too scared to vote. But who are the key players? While we don't have names of specific cult leaders, security agencies are keeping that under wraps. Reports suggest these groups are well coordinated. They're not just random thugs. They're part of networks that may have political backing. The question is, who's pulling the strings? The strategies are chillingly sophisticated. Cultists are reportedly planning to stage violent incidents, like clashes or shootings, to scare voters away. There's also talk of targeting polling officials or disrupting the distribution of electoral materials. This isn't just about physical violence. It's about psychological warfare to undermine trust in the electoral process. Thankfully, the Edo State government isn't sitting idly by. Governor Monday Okpebholo has declared war on cultism and criminality, and his administration is taking bold steps to counter this threat. The Edo State Special Security Squad, known as Operation Flush Out Kidnappers and Cultists, has been deployed across Edo Central and Edo North in a show of force. Coordinator Amaloman Noah has been vocal, warning cultists to abandon their plans or face the full weight of the law. The squad has conducted sweeps in strategic areas, arresting suspected cult leaders and recovering weapons. They're working with the Nigerian Army, police, and even former cultists turned informants to dismantle these networks. And it's not just muscle. On January 24, 2025, Edo State enacted the secret cult and similar activities prohibition law, replacing the 2018 version with tougher penalties for cultists and their sponsors. This law is a game changer, aiming to cut off the financial and political lifelines of these groups. But the fight isn't over. Just months ago, in April 2025, 6 people were killed in cult-related violence in Benin City, including a member of the Edo State security network. This shows how high the stakes are. Now let's pause for a moment. We've been talking about cultists, strategies, and security operations, but what does this mean for the average Edo voter? Let me tell you about Amaka. Not her real name, of course. Amaka is a 25-year-old teacher in Uromi. She's passionate about voting, but last election she heard rumors of cultists attacking polling stations. She stayed home, too scared to cast her vote. Amaka's story isn't unique. Fear can silence even the most determined voters. This is what cultists want, to make you feel powerless. But here's the thing. Your vote is your power. And today we're going to talk about how you can fight back, not with violence, but with courage and knowledge. A moment to remind you that this isn't just about statistics or headlines. It's about real people, real lives, and the future of Edo State. So let's talk about the impact of this threat on voter turnout and what you can do about it. Cult-related violence doesn't just disrupt elections, it kills voter turnout. In the 2020 Edo governorship election, turnout was just 24.8%, one of the lowest in Nigeria. Fear of violence, including cultist activity, played a big role. When voters stay home, the democratic process suffers, and those who manipulate elections win. So, what can be done? First, local authorities are stepping up. The Edo State Special Security Squad is working round the clock to secure polling stations and arrest culprits. But security alone isn't enough. It's up to you, the voter, to stay informed and vigilant. Here are 3 things you can do. First, report suspicious activity. If you see or hear about cultists planning violence, contact the police or the Edo State Security Squad. Second, vote early. Polling stations are often safer in the morning. Get there early to avoid potential disruptions. Third, spread awareness. Share this video with friends and family to educate them about the threat and encourage them to vote. And to the politicians who might be tempted to use cultists for their gain, know this: the people of Edo are watching, and the new anti-cultism law means you could face serious consequences. As we head toward the August 16 by-elections, the message is clear. Edo State will not bow to fear. Cultists may try to sabotage the process, but with a united front, security agencies, community leaders, and you, the voter, we can protect our democracy. The integrity of these elections depends on our collective resolve. So here's what we want you to do. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Have you experienced issues with cultism in your area? How do you plan to stay safe during the elections? Like this video, subscribe to Waiting to Roar TV, and hit the notification bell for more updates on the Edo by-elections and other critical issues. Check out our related content, like the history of cultism in Nigeria and how political violence affects Nigerian elections, linked in the description. Let's stand together to ensure free and fair elections in Edo State. Your voice matters, your vote matters, and together, we can roar loud enough to drown out the chaos. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Edo State's democracy is under threat, but you have the power to make a difference. The August 16 by-elections are just days away, and your voice matters more than ever. Here's how you can join the fight for free and fair elections. Drop a comment below. Have you seen or heard about cultist activity in your community? Share your thoughts or concerns about the upcoming elections. We want to hear from you. Like and subscribe. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to Waiting to Roar TV to stay updated on the latest political insights and election coverage across Nigeria. Share this video. Spread the word. Share this video with your friends, family, and community to raise awareness about the threat of cultism and empower others to protect their vote. Hit the notification bell. Don't miss our next expose on how to keep Edo's elections safe and fair. Ring that bell to stay in the loop. Together, we can roar louder than the forces trying to silence us. Let's build a community that stands for justice, transparency, and democracy. Share your voice, protect your vote, and let's make Edo's future brighter. starting now.